My name is Salvatore Nicosia. I'll be turning 91 in December, and I have had a very long and very exciting life with many things happening to me that really made me the person I am today, and the author of a book called Empowering Our Children. The reason I want to share this is because I have written a book because our young people need to have role models starting early in education. When I was 10 years old, my mom passed away, and life took a turn that made my life more challenging. I shined shoes, and because I shined shoes, I started to meet people who I shined the shoes, and they always would ask me questions about myself. And then I turned around and started asking questions to them, and I realized what I could learn from asking people that I shined shoes. So every week I would meet 20 to 40 people a week, and I met a lot of people, doctors, and it really impressed me how I learned about the world by asking questions. When I became a teacher in 1956, I gave that kind of credo to what I was doing. I went to City College at night, and I had that Professor Jarling, who really changed my life. And then when I started in 1956 in Patchogue, I served there for 30 years with principals and superintendents that really took advantage of the fact that I was enthusiastic about education. I became a counselor in 1963. I got a scholarship in 1966 and went to Oregon, where I earned a professional diploma. And after I came back, they created a special job for me to work with elementary school children. And that's where I really blossomed. I did breakfast programs for children. I also started parenting classes. And after that, I started to realize I wanted to run for Congress. So in 1976, I ran for Congress. I didn't win the election, but I really won the hearts of the students that I had because I walked the talk. I also then started to work for congressmen as an aide, and I found myself really enjoying the challenge of learning the political process. I also served from 1980 to 82 as a Deputy Commissioner of Consumer Affairs, where I learned about county government. And this is where the book comes in. A book is written by me in 1994, 95, and it was geared for 6th, 7th, and 8th, but I found later that I really wanted to take this book and teach children who were starting in kindergarten. The social studies curriculum is very wanting and needs to have a kind of a program that developmentally trains children to ask questions starting in kindergarten by meeting the people in their buildings to start asking who, what, where, when, why, and how. All these questions, and the children developmentally begin to feel how empowering that is. My feelings are that children need to be empowered by becoming able to ask good questions. In fact, there was a book written recently by Dr. Berger who talked about it, and he says that education doesn't seem to have its act together to accept the fact that the curriculum as it stands today is not adequate to meet the needs of children of this particular thing. Relational skills are wanting in children, and this particular method of teaching children to ask questions starting early goes all the way up to 12th grade. By the time they graduate, they've met 130 student people from the community that give them role models and also gives them the idea of that learning how to ask questions is important. They become empowered, so they become equipped to ask questions when they go to meetings, when they go to vote, and ask questions to candidates and write letters. This is the kind of thing that's been missing in our schools, and I'm happy to say that it's being accepted by the schools districts that are getting the book, and I find it very rewarding to see that children appreciate it. There was one story about the young boy that asked me, "Why did you write this book?" And I told him about the story about my shoeshine days, and he says, "Can I have your autograph?" After I explained how being a shoeshine boy helped me to write the book. The book itself is geared to make children learn about local government, starting with the school board, the library board, the villages, for the county, the town, the state, and the federal government. And the guests that they bring in are from these people. And the people that come enjoy the exchange of students. In fact, superintendents like Paul Casciano, who bought the book in Port Jefferson, he wrote me a nice letter saying how he went to visit the students in 1st and 2nd grade and was very, very enthused to see how well they asked the questions and gave the indication that they were really focused on wanting to know more about people. So I think that this book augurs well for the community that buys the book, and it's been used, and I find it very, very rewarding.